But I don't know. Maybe you'll come up with it.
I'm out of here.
I like the carrot idea. So Dave is walking in. I know a lot of people were waiting to hear from you, Dave, on the whole Deadspin situation.
Oh, people want to hear about the Deadspin.
People have been hungry for the Deadspin situation.
Yeah, so I've been running around. Listen.
It's okay.
People get what they deserve in this world. These people are losers. They don't understand that they don't work for, like, the PBC, Public Broadcasting Company. That's a charity organization. They work for a for-profit company. The guy who started it, Denton, brilliant guy. Started Deadspin, like some porn site, Gawker, Gizmodo. Brilliant guy, leader, ahead of his time in creating a blog network. Like, you know, Will Leach, he didn't start Deadspin. Will Leach got assigned to Deadspin. Delorio got assigned to a poker site. This guy, Richard Denton, I don't know what his first name is. Something Denton. He's the guy who got sued by the Hulkster. Brilliant guy. For profit. Very clearly for profit. Made millions until Hulkster sued his ass. He was never like a pie in the sky, do the right thing, moral authority guy. He was like me, a business guy. And he was fucking brilliant. Somewhere along the way, these fucking morons who never had a real job in their lives, who went to no fun university, who think you can be 18 and 19 years old, and because you took a couple social ethics classes or women's rights classes or whatever they teach nowadays, know everything and are morally superior to you, think they can just go to a site where the goal is to make money and you can write about anything you want with no oversight, no boss, no advertising, and still collect paychecks. They're delusional. These people are out of their mind, delusional. And it's good to see the roof fall in on these people. And welcome to the real world, Barry Petschke. I put a tweet out. They've had 7 editors or something in my reign. Some may say reign of terror. Fine, I'll take that. But these idiots don't understand what do you think's going to happen when you call your boss a shithead? When you call your advertisers fucking shitheads? When you sign up to work at a sports site and refuse to write about sports? Like, what do you think's going to happen? You get your ass fucking fired. And all the blue check marks and all their little fancy-pantsy fucking pity parties, they deserve it. Like, pay more attention to your own house. They're so busy worrying about everybody else and what everybody else is doing. Your site stinks. You're making no money. You've been sold time and time again. You bought for pennies on the dollar. This guy who they brought in, they crucified this guy, Spanfeller, who's an idiot, by the way. Like, do some research on the company you're buying. There's no way he thought this was going to happen. Well, then you just don't know who you don't think Laura Wags and Petschke and all these fucking buffoons were going to do this. Of course they were at Greenwell. It's pretty obvious. Like, if I bought them, I would have fun with it. It would have been great. I'd go in and we'd have the cameras rolling and be like, either come or stay, but like, you're my bitch now, not to girls, but girls and guys. They'd all be
equal opportunity.
Correct.
Rich. Yep.
That's not like a female slang.
No.
That's just, you guys are all like my little bitches now.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get out, get out. You want to get in and get tortured by me? Pick your poison. This guy, Spanfeller, or whatever his name is, didn't do his research. This was obvious. But they fucking crucified this guy before he did anything. He bought him. They wrote an article. Like, oh, this guy's the worst. How do you do that about your new... That's like if Chernin bought us and everyone here is like, Peter Chernin sucks. I can't believe I work for Peter. Like, what world are these people living in? So they deserve everything they get. And by the way, half the shit they're mad about, it's like this guy has turned around. I think did he start Forbes? I don't know. Maybe. I thought I read that. Like, he has an impressive, like, business background, turnaround stories, media. He's no schmo. He has success stories. He brought guys in who he'd worked with before. It's like if I bought a company and it's like Erica Nardini is my CEO. They just fucking crucified. They're like, oh, he brought in these old white crotchety businessmen. He brought in guys he'd work with. It's like, and now they cry. You're crying because he said talk about sports, and you write blogs about how he sucks and how the advertisers suck, and you tell your readers to imagine if I wrote a blog, said, hey, Peter Chernin sucks. Here's his number and his email. Harass him. And then Peter deleted the blog, and you get mad he deleted the blog? Like, these people are from fucking Mars. They're not of this planet. So good luck getting other jobs. The only places these people can go work, maybe like I feel like what's the sister site where all the losers work? Daily Beast. Daily Beast and Deadspin are like the same group of people with different titles. But yeah, of course you've gone through 6 or 7 editors. Of course you're all being fired. Of course you're all minimum wage hacks and losers and nobodies. It's because you can't entertain. All you do is complain how unfair life is and how you form these unions, which, by the way, apparently do not protect attacking your boss, crushing your advertisers, going against the wishes of everybody who owns you and puts your paychecks together. Apparently unions don't cover being a general asshole employee because they're all getting fired. And they just go, union. What does the union do? Union, this is why I said this is not what a union is for. Unions don't protect you from being a dickhead. Barry Petschke or Pavetsky or whatever his name is, good riddance, buddy. Your career's done. You're over. I don't know. Go work at a fucking a local town newspaper covering sports, and then he'll probably not write about the game he's at. He'll probably write about how Trump sucks or something. Like, too bad. Go write for a political newspaper if that's what you want to do.
Do you think Barry's going to take up your offer?
I was going to say, you were nice enough to offer him a job.
I offered Barry $100K a year.
Pretty good salary.
3-year salary, full benefits to be my butler. I want to kick these people around so fucking bad. Not one of them had the balls. I also offered, because all their blogs are being deleted, I said, hey, if you want me to publish it, I will. I will publish verbatim what you want, no editing. You can say Dave Portnoy's fucking Hitler in this blog. I'd put it on the blog. You can whatever you want, unedited. Too big of cowards to take me up on it. It's like, remember I offered Wags to be our ombudsman. Unedited, you can actually have people read what you say. You can crucify us. I will put it in writing. I will never edit what you write.
Imagine her being our own internal, investigative journalist and just reporting.
Everyone, and I also, further, I said everyone has to cooperate. Like, you can't be like, no, Laura, I refuse this. No. If Laura knocks on your door, you answer. And you
imagine what her and Nate would get into, the spats they would get into.
He'd be like, I'm on her team. I'm with her.
Yeah. It would be great.
Where does this leave Wags? Because she's very against them, and she still is employed there.
I don't understand how she's still employed.
Yeah,
there. She maybe has something on her.
He said she literally tweeted out, Jim Spanfeller is a real piece of shit.
Right. Now again, people can say that about me here, but to a degree, it's always sort of in jest. Like, we have the dynamic here at Barstool where you can shit on each other. That's not their dynamic there. That's what makes it so it would be the better analogy would be if people just started going at churning. Mm-hmm. That's really it, because I'm kind of part of content here. But if you hadn't talked to Peter Chernin and you just started fucking crucifying him personally, professionally, of course you'd get fired.
You'd be out the door, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
If I had tweeted that Peter Chernin is a real piece of shit today, I'd be very nervous.
Right,
if you would not be on this radio show.
Right, if you did that seriously, you'd be dead. If when I sold the company to Chernin, people wrote a hit piece on Chernin, you would be out. That's how the world works. This is a for-profit. It's not like these people at Deadspin act like somehow it's their God-given right to have these jobs and to do whatever they want to do. What planet did these people come from?
They think they're like public servants.
Yes.
Just trying to expose all the bad in the world. No, you're a writer for a website that's trying to make money.
Yeah, it really, it's insane. I don't even know how to describe. And even if you work for, let's say, the New York Times or the Washington Post or papers that during their day would say they're doing a Watergate where you're doing your job, you're being told to stand up. Deadspin has never been that. It's Deadspin has a sordid past. It's never been this moral authority. It's a fucking snarky little sports site that, used to do investigative reporting on dicks. And these people are acting literally like they are on the front page of the Vietnam War. It's where are you guys from?
And their biggest war cry is against their own company.
Correct. They haven't written hit piece on us recently. Deadspin is too busy writing hit pieces about Deadspin.
What a turn. You never saw that one coming.
Never. It's like that. That to me was the greatest vindication. And it still sucks because a lot of the things that people think are wrong or bad with us all stem from Deadspin. And if it's not Deadspin, it's fucking Daily Beast. But it's the same thing. That group of people, our friends, it's the same group. And it's like, yo, these people hate everything. They hate everything so much they hate their own company. They're writing hit pieces on themselves.
Part of me thinks with your deal with the devil that this spam feller guy is going to turn out to be like a classmate of yours in high school or something. This is like a guy that Dave put in place.
That is my next move, is to somehow get a sit down with him, because he has to be like, I like these Barstool guys.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to reach out. There's just no way he understood the depths of the trash he had at that company. Like, you can't buy a company and expect this open revolt, I don't think. Like, I would have known it was coming if I was doing it, but he couldn't have, because he didn't do anything. They just attacked him. He bought the company and attacked. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, they tried to do like a GoFundMe at one point to buy themselves.
Yes.
They raised like $48. Like, nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares about you guys. The only people who care are the blue check marks. I put that thing. If you go look under Petchke, it's just 1,000 blue check marks being like, this is the end of the world. Guess
Or
what?
like, reach out if you need
Yeah,
somebody. Like,
right.
what's that person going to do?
Hey,
Solidarity, they wrote.
here's an idea. This is the United States of America. If all you guys are so great at your jobs and it's so important and so many people love you, it should be pretty simple to go create a brand new website with this same whole crew of writers, get paid, make money, and write about what you want. You can't do it because nobody cares. That's it.
It's that simple. It really
Supply
is.
and demand. Really simple.
They all bought Barstool.com. What a great plot twist that would be. All the anti-Barstool people bought the actual www.barstool.com handle.
They probably can't afford that. Although Zonker did send me an email the other day. It was so convoluted I could barely follow it. I couldn't tell if he was pro Barstool or against it.
We were
That's
just saying,
exactly
right?
right.
So right now, if you go to barstool.com, it redirects to an article from the Big Lead that says Deadspin revolts against Stick to Sports edict editor Barry Petchke says he was fired.
So we don't know if he supports or is against Barstool. We have no idea what
it
that
links
means.
to a pretty neutral article that's
He
just
wrote
talking
something
about
that somebody forwarded to me. I guess I could pull up and read it. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I could at times. I'm like, he hates me. At times he wants to give us the domain name. At times he think if he redirected it to Deadspin, it was quite convoluted.
Yeah, that's what his little redirect is a mixed message.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
right.
at this point, I think the Barstool thing has sailed a little bit. Like, we're big enough where I don't know that make that big of a difference. Like, at one point, I thought it would really help. I don't know that would make that much of a difference now.
We're pretty established.
Yeah.
You put in your blog about Barry that you're still into Barry and Deadspin people. Like, at this point, we're big, we're huge, we're big enough that you could probably let it go, but you're just never gonna let
There's
it happen.
some things about me that are just. I played the clip from HBO, like what's her name? Who did the interview? Soledad. She's like, isn't it kind of fucked up, basically, that you have these bottles of champagne waiting for enemies to
And
fail?
Dave Portnoy is the kind of guy who keeps a list of his enemies, literally, an engraved list to be precise, as we saw in his office.
These are for when my enemies fail. I have the names engraved on it, and then if something bad happens to them where I feel like we've defeated them, professionally speaking, I will sit on camera and pop the champagne and celebrate in their face. So
Isn't there something sick about that?
it's diabolical. It motivates me, though.
It's
It's like my enemies motivate me. I know a lot of people say, like, success is the best revenge. No, I need to succeed and see my enemies fail. I don't know. It's how I was born. It was how I was born. Like, it's no act. Like, and I don't want him dead, but
Professionally speaking.
professionally, as I said, I mean, these people, these Deadspin people, the Chevskys and whoever, they have gone out of their way to try to put us out of business. I mean, that's not an exaggeration. They really have.
They said in that one article, Trump ruined everything, Barstool ruined
Correct.
everything. They think we literally ruined everything.
Anytime something good happens, good press, they come down and they try to rip us down. I mean, and to be honest, maybe there's no more clear example than like PFT. And I don't want to drag PFT into it, because, you know, he had a prior relationship with some of these people. I mean, they attacked him. What did he like? They just anything with Barstool, they want to rip apart, whether it's attacking advertisers. Deadspin's like our Murchison to a weird way. It's like anything that we do, they want to break down. So yeah, I want to see them all fail. I have no remorse, and that's how that maybe is part of like what makes me or this company successful. That honestly will always, like, money doesn't motivate me as much anymore. Like, winning doesn't motivate me as I like seeing people who have crossed me suffer.
It's diabolical.
It is.
You were born that way.
Yeah, I was born that way.
She goes, "Isn't it sick?" You go, "It's diabolical."
Yeah, yeah.
It's not just sick, Soledad.
Yeah, no. Sick.
Let's
Don't-
take it a step further.
Like, do not insult me. It is diabolical. But it's like, what's any different than, like, you know, when the Brady Six, when Brady's like crying, like he's like 6 fucking teams past me over. It's like, if you feel like you've been slighted or wronged, you put that on the fucking fuel. And these people, I didn't start this fucking war with Deadspin. I actually got along with Delorio at the end. Like, we used to, I call him Barstool Jr. because they were so far worse than what we were doing in terms of what you call like sexism and videos and all that shit. But like, we joke, I had no problem with them. There was no like back and forth. Laura Wagner and Samir came at us relentlessly for a long-ass time till I finally, you know, you slowly, if you're on an old battleship, and it takes a while for, like, the cannons to turn, you're waiting. That's what was happening. And once my cannon gets turned on you, like, I just keep putting the balls in the cannon, and I will never run out. Like, I have a permanent guy just sitting there, and you could be, like, your ship could be gone in the bottom of the ocean. I'll just point the cannon downwards and keep shooting into the ocean. Like, I will not let you get up. I will just relentlessly fire every bullet, and when I'm out of bullets, I'm reloading, and to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to run out of bullets. I really don't. Someone said that, like, I always get, like, I can't wait for you to fail. Unless, like, something tragic, which, like Minahan, like, I could die, like, but Barstool's not failing. We are not failing. We're not going to fail. So that day ain't coming when people are popping champagne bottles in my face professionally. Could get murdered, could get beat up, all that shit. Like Tommy Craggs. I mean, that Tommy Craggs saying to throw rocks through Spanfeller's window.
Yeah.
We were joking because I always say I want guys who fuck me in gambling murdered. But that's honestly, like, that's so hyperbolic. That's stuff they'll say for the truth. That is an unbelievable tweet that I would never cross that line. Honestly, I wouldn't. To be like, throw bricks through somebody's window.
No, because you could actually incite that.
Right. And that's something that's like a real thing. Like, to throw bricks through the guy's window, like, and nobody will ever say anything to that guy, Tommy Craggs. Laura Wagner retweeted it. I got kicked off Twitter for what I think is a very obvious joke. When Laura Wagner is like, Dave Portnoy's the devil, I fucking hate him. I'm like, anyone who hates me this much, I just want to kiss her. I got kicked off Twitter for that.
Yep.
For being a romantic.
It's fucking Seinfeld. I put the thing in, anyone who hates me this much comes around once in a lifetime. I got kicked off Twitter for that. Tommy Craggs says, throw bricks through Jim Spanfeller's window. Laura Wags retweets it. Not a thing will happen to them. What happened, Tommy? Why do you have a face?
No, I was just looking. There's just a random old guy out there. No, nothing to draw attention
Oh, yeah,
from
he's
the show.
old as fuck.
Yeah, I just didn't know what was going on.
That guy's old. We got to do break, but that's the Deadspin situation.
It's a huge way, and they're going to keep coming. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, all these old guard, the Laura Wags, the Chefs, there's no way they're staying there. I mean,
You can't.
no chance.
No chance.
And why don't you quit, Laura?
She can't. She got nowhere to go.
Yeah, she can't get another job.
Like, have some pride. I'll hire you.